start by asking, where do we go from here? uh, are we expecting anything different, anyways? Because just recently we had 2023 general elections, and the same thing we reported similar is happening again right before our eyes, meaning that nothing much has really changed. And I still remember the challenge, the song by Faz the Bad Guy and Vector that became a challenge online. No, they say the devil is a liar, but you are legendary. We know a liar on sight. You tell us that the state election is fair. There is no overputting. That's speculative. Bloggers, you know you disruptive. Emma Uba Shane ballot. Just because the rest of us no fit ballot. They go tell us make we go to court when the only same court in Port Harcourt. Ha ha. Anyways, let me leave the freestyle now. So, waiting man see today. Let me show you one of the results. Some of you have been seeing them flying around before now. But let me show you one of them and let's just one and let's discuss it. Then I'll ask a question. Is this different from your expectation? Like, were you expecting anything different prior to the election today? Were you expecting anything different? I will just take me out of the screen right now. Is there a way to zoom this? Anyways, let's look at it together. Now, what happened in this particular result right beside me here is that the total number of accredited voters is lower than the total number of votes cast. In other words, they say total number of people who are able to vote in this particular unit is 500, for instance. And then it will turn out that by the time they release results, total number of people who voted will be more than 500. In fact, the total number of, by the time they calculate the votes, oh, this one has this, XYZ has this, it will be more than total number of people who are eligible to vote in that center that particular day. And I keep asking the question, is this different from what we saw in previous elections? And why do we expect something different this time? If we have not really changed anything since the last election. Like, Nigerians, we like to sit online, complain all day. Like we are not really ready to effect the changes that are necessary. Apart from the fact that we are tired of APC, PDP, and the likes, right? The few people who are sane enough to say we need a clear departure from these two behemoths and their affiliates, who disguise like they're different but the same, apart from very few people who are minority in their number, what do we all, because we all like to, we all of us like to complain that, oh, the hardship is too much. Hardship brought by APC, PDP, and the affiliate is too much. But we are not ready or willing to depart from them. So it's like there's a tiamis. Like we are glued. We don't want, how do I put, like some kind of irony. We don't like it, but we don't hate it. We don't want it, but we don't want to do away with it. So, and Nigerians always have a proverb for everything. Like, you don't throw the baby away with the bathwater, and it always applies with this APC, PDP, and their behemoths. But away from that, I wasn't expecting anything different, and I believe the only time there will be a difference, because, for instance, now this Edo State election is another pointer or a template to any other election that will happen soon again. For instance, there will be Ondo State, there will be election in Ondo State, okay, after Edo State. I think Ondo State is in November, okay, another month now, Ondo State. This template will be taken to Ondo State. It will not change. And then we will complain. They will still hold the template again, rinse and reuse the next general election. So meaning that they are testing the waters again with this kind of things, meaning that after this, they will rinse this method, bring it back again 2027. So they're already writing 2027 outcome. So if you like, Nigerians now, if you like, sit down, let's complain. But before I move out of that, really don't want to, because you're expecting me to be telling you the results. This one will win, that one will win. No, I'm not INEC. Even if I were to be, I'm not INEC online. I saw this video and I want to quickly react to it. It is that of the first PRO, the police PPRO. And it's of serious concern to me. I want to quickly, just a moment, the video will come up now. They arrested somebody who was driving to his polling unit. Clearly, they had warned that nobody should drive.
My name is
Just a moment. Just you will talk, sir. Just chill. And he was complaining. No, he was live, and of course, sassy reporting manner that we have told them nobody should drive on election day. We'll deflate the tire, we'll sue him to court. For what offense? Gone, if I may ask. But let's listen to him first.
The force populations officer of Nigeria Police Force. We are here right now in Benin City, Edo State, to monitor the ongoing election in Edo State. We have given instructions that no vehicle should move. All forms of transportation should be seized by now between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. We have been moving around to see how we can enforce this directive, this order. We have been coming across individuals, but for those who want to be violent, it is wrong for you. Any movement you want to do vehicular that is contrary to the directive of the Inspector General of Police concerning the monitoring of this election is going to be seen as criminal. For the man that we have accosted, I have made it known that I'm the one that accosted him. I stopped him, and the tires of the vehicle will be deflated. He has gone live, he has gone whatever. He does not own the social media. We have it together, and for us to get perspective right, it is not proper for anybody to move vehicular. If your polling unit is far, you could have gone there to go and sleep overnight so that you have free access to your polling unit. It is not an excuse, and I'm using this to tell others, wherever you are within Benin City, Edo State, don't move with your vehicle, don't move with bike, don't move with any tricycle. If you know your polling unit is far, you will have gone yesterday to go and pass the night. For you to move, even if you have your BBC, it's immaterial. Moving of vehicles will disturb this electoral process, and we say no to that. So, Nigerians, for you that you have seen him live, for those who know him, see him very well. He's continued this in this manner, he will be arrested and be charged to court. I put it to him. So for people who watch us live now, they should tell everybody that this is how we operate now, and we need to be very serious about restriction of movement, because if you don't do it, we are not going to get a perfect electoral process. And that is the message to you. Please evangelize this message, circulate the message to others, so that we will not continue to have a messy situation like this in Edo State. Thank you. We are going to come back. We'll continue to give you
back to back. I have a few reactions. Number one, I don't know, is it only in Nigeria that there's restriction of movements for the purpose of election? We see everywhere. I covered election, for instance, in Ghana, and people were going about their natural businesses. You vote, you go back to the market. You vote, you go back to your business. In fact, people hardly even wait at the polling unit to be seen whether there will be fraud or not, because there's trust. Because the process is transparent. But Nigeria is the only place where I've seen that police is more serious on election day, as if they are like saying at them they do festival, than every other day when security matter is up. Now, I don't know, but that is number one. Why restriction of movement on day of election? People can't use their vehicles. You want to force people to go and lodge ahead of election. Did you make provisions for them to sleep over simply because they want to cast their votes? And You know that election in Nigeria, the atmosphere is usually tense. Ahead of the election, you will be seeing all sorts of people ambushing themselves because they are, they belong to whether rival political parties or opponent political camps. So you want to go and put yourself up in a place where they will cite you at night simply because they know that you are not going to vote for them. It's dangerous now. So in the daytime, what security measure have you put in place to make sure that you safeguard everybody who is going to sleep over at a polling unit because they can't, you have restricted movement the next morning. So people should be able to move now. We see it all over the world. Are you saying we have not reached that stage where people can just drive to vote and drive back home? I don't understand. That's number one. Number two, he said the IGP, Inspector General, has given a directive that no movement. And I try to look for it in the Constitution. Where is it that on election day there must be no movement? Who wrote such provision in the Constitution? Oh, it's an IGP directive. Oh, IGP now has another constitution, has now constituted himself as another constitution that can give, and then you are going to take him to court. And I'm waiting because I'm interested. I want to know under what section are you going to charge that man for using his vehicle to his movement to his polling units on election day? I want to know under what section he will be charged because I'm interested now. Number three, if you say you found harms with him or incriminating electoral materials, then that should have been right there in the live video, not later planted on him because Nigeria police. I'm not saying I don't trust you, Egbomuyiwa, but Nigeria police, that we know, people are always scared. The moment you already pronounce something, it means you want to find something guilty. In fact, if Nigeria police arrest you, you're already guilty before you are tried. Just because they mean you like this, you're already guilty. Already, you are guilty before charge. So I don't know why the first PPRO will be muscularly about, sorry, no disrespect meant to, because it's the way he's doing it, like the person has committed a serious crime. I mean, we saw in the last election those who were alleged to have snatched it, grabbed it, and run with it. We saw it now. But this one is not even, I don't know the man in question anyways. I'm not even in Edo State. This man, I have not seen evidence in this video that shows that he snatched it, he has grabbed it, or is running with it. I have not seen. He's just trying to ease his movement because of the distance from his house to his polling units. And then the IGP has given a new law. Okay, the IGP has made a law. Okay, we will no longer. So why do you have lawmakers? The IGP has made a law. So disregard, I mean, disband all the lawmakers in Nigeria, disband all the lawmakers in Nigeria, since we have IGP now, to make laws at whim and cap prices. Anyways, I'm not making mockery. I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Curiosity is making me ask. And I'm waiting. I want to see under what section the man will be charged. I want to see under what section he will be charged for using his vehicle to ease his movement to his polling unit. And by the way, politicians who also drove to their polling unit today to go and vote, did you arrest them too? Oh, maybe they have exceptions. They have, accreditation, vehicle accreditation to move with their vehicle. But I would like to see, in summary, I would like to see a day very soon, hopefully, we will have a time where people will be able to go and vote and go back to their business undisturbed or unhindered. Not as if election day will look like a curfew. Election day will look like COVID lockdown. We witness election in other parts of the world now. Election will be like war. Election will now be like it's a combination of, yeah, you expect war. You will see show of force by police, army, all of them, vigilante, boy scouts, man of war, all of them show of force. It looks like a war scene. That's number one. Number two, it looks like a lockdown or curfew. And then you combine these two atmospheres together, you will know that something is wrong. When I'm not blaming the police for this particular one. I just said, I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just saying, how did we get here? You guys just lead the atmosphere into a scary one. Everybody is afraid. Oh, election is coming, and everybody's like, oh my God, election. Oh, yeah. They should just do this thing and pass, Jare. Because of the way you have tensed the atmosphere, people will just do the election and let's go, Jare. Just do and pass. People can't wait for you to just announce whatever you want to announce. Because they are tired of being locked down simply because people want to cast votes. That should be as simple as just cast your vote and hear the outcome. Simple, just like you use the POS. It should be like that. It should simply be like you use your POS, but we know. The moment you start seeing the show of force, that announcement here and there, creation of tension, you already know that something day behind all this things safe. Something day. Anyways, what are your expectations, people, from this Edo election? Shegun, me and you know before that Nigeria is not ready. If APC PDP is still getting votes from the masses, well, that is one thing. Oh. That is one thing. But another thing is that if we truly are ready to depart from the old, are we going to wait until the election before we depart? Who told you that what the old designed for us to come and vote on election day is what will determine what will give us the change pattern? No. It must have started from the electoral umpire itself. Ahead of election, we would have been tackling things. Oh no, we want a change of how the umpire operates. Oh, why must there be accreditation by this? Why must somebody vote without PVC? Why must this be like this? Why must that? We must have effected all those changes. Maybe our protest should begin to make those demands, specific demands about INEC, how INEC conducts election. We should have worked on all of this ahead of the next. If you are waiting for the next election that is already prepared by the same old people you want to depart from, you will not get results. You only keep getting, and you know what they will do? Go to court. That's the only answer they do. They have perfected this. They will now tell you, go to court. Go to court. That's what they will tell you. So I'm waiting for as much or as tribunals that will follow this Edo State election. Because you can already see evidences all over the place. Overvoting. Yes, I mean, how can results be higher than when results is higher than expected outcome? It's already invalid. But they will announce it. Somebody said that is Oshomoli's polling booth. Really? Okay, it's local government, you said. It is well. Gentlemen and ladies, let me know who you expect. What is your expectation? Who do you expect to be announced? If I tell you who I expect now, all of you will say, is it possible? Should I say it? Oh, by the way, somebody said I should always put this thing. Say police will not go and be using it today. Somebody said I should always put this thing to be scrolling there. Oh yeah, I put it there, scrolling now. Maybe say you won't give me something better. They say, oh yeah, put it now. Let's Let's be supporting you small, small. Yeah, put it. So my own at the end of the day is, guys, let's tell ourselves the truth. Mhm. If we really want to change this country, we will not just be complaining by lip service that you are tired of old, or we want to depart from APC, PDP, or any of their affiliates or appendages just like that. As a matter of fact, people can still even vote the same party again or old party again and still get better results depending on how the party um, has been corrected before the next election. Because I understand a lot of people will come and say, "Oh, if we want to start a new one now, we really can't get the structure that can withstand these people." That is true. That is true. So it is also true at the same time that if people are truly ready and committed to the departure from the old that they really want to do, they can also achieve it, and the structure will emerge within time. The structure can emerge right in time. Promptly, the structure will emerge. Maybe the structure means people now. Now, structure means people. So, but what I'm saying is, it will not start on election day and end at tribunal. In fact, it begins after the tribunal. But people have gone to sleep. We are still busy abusing ourselves. You voted this one. Yeah, Yoruba is the brother that is there. Yeah, we are not ready. We are not ready. The mere fact that somebody is Yoruba doesn't mean he automatically supported Tinubu or APC. Let's get that clear. In fact, it's an embarrassment to many Yorubas who supported the candidates you want. Yeah, I know many people who support Mr. Macaroni Debo supported Peter Obi, and he did openly. He didn't campaign for him. He didn't go to. He only said, "I will support this person." Debo, the last time I checked, is still Yoruba. Okay, first the bad guy. He didn't come out as much, but we know his body language. Dele Farotimi was all over the place, making enemies for himself among Yoruba Ronu columnists. So by the time you now come out and say Shebi is the brother that is there, you are you are you are making mockery of what sanity should be. In fact, you are embarrassing or making people regret that they are either Yorubas or they are Yorubas and supported Obi. So we need to stop ethnicizing the problems we have in this country. And I'm talking about those who are, I'm not saying all Igbos are doing it. I'm saying most of the people who are online who do these things should stop. Even offline, Shebi na your brother did there. I come to your shop, I want to buy rice. The rice don't cost. Just tell me it don't cost. Don't tell me Shebi na your brother did there. It's wrong. Completely wrong. My brother did it. So because I'm Yoruba now, automatically, na me put Tinubu. We need to stop it, please. So if instead of doing all of these things, instead of saying, "Oh, you supported now your brother," instead of putting our energy there, we should rather put the energy in talking about how we want to start correcting these things ahead of the next election. What are the things we identified in the last election? For instance, it is playing right before our eyes again in Edo State. It's playing before our eyes again. You will see results like this, and you'll be shocked. How can the outcome be greater than the total number of possible outcomes? What type of miracle is that? Eh? What type of miracle is that? Is that crossing the Red Sea or feeding the multitude? What type of miracle? Or is that healing the sick? Or is that manna from heaven? What sort of miracle is that? So these are the things we need to start sitting down with. Say, We already know this track. Before the next election, what do we do about this thing? Okay, if this is an indictment, clearly an indictment on the electoral umpire, but rather than sit down and look at this and say let's correct this thing ahead of the next election, what do we do? Yeah, INEC, explain this. We will now take the energy and start attacking one another. Now your brother, now you did there. Like, it's wrong. Let's correct that. Egbomuyiwa, first PRO. I no understand though. The way you people made the election look like a police affair. No. No. Please. Let's start telling ourselves some home truth. I don't know that gentleman. I don't know him. I don't live in Edo. But I'm saying what I have seen. That I'm reacting to your own video, sir. That thing I have seen. It shocked me small. And I'll be waiting to see what uh, what section of law you'll be applying to charge that man for driving his own car to go to his polling unit on election day, and you have not found anything incriminating on him. At least as far as that video we just saw is concerned, you haven't found anything incriminating on him. Why should on election day, we will militarize it, make it look like a police show? Why did he use his vehicle to obstruct police? I will understand that one. Did he use it to obstruct electoral officers to impede them from doing their job? Was he conveying incriminating or was he in possession of electoral materials he's not supposed to be in possession of? But that he is driving to his polling unit in order to go and vote. Oh, sorry, you said the IGP already gave an order, already imposed curfew. Okay, curfew on vehicles. The IGP already imposed curfew on vehicles. Okay, for the purpose of election. Okay, and I say to that, let's discard all our lawmakers and let the IGP just be giving laws to us every day. And then we can as well just change our constitution and make Nigeria a police state. Those are just my own immediate reactions. I also allow you to respond to them, but those are my own views, sha. And it's open for anybody to also respond. The comment is open. I want to leave it there for now this evening. What are your expectations? I mean, what do you expect? No, I'm not mocking. What do you expect is just an innocent question. I drop it there for now, guys. I love you all.